Hi guys, what's up? It's your girl Kim Ray and I'm back with another Pose review. This is season number 2, episode number 3. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe down below to my channel, like this video, share the video, and follow me at all the links down in the description box. And be sure to comment as we move along through this review what you thought about the show. Alright, so let's get into it. So Angel has made it to the top 10 or top 25, something like that, and she's being interviewed by, you know, the model lady, and she's asking, why should you be our it girl or be the face of whatever? And so she answers the little questions, you know, the best way that she knows how. She's very real, very blunt. And then at the same time, after that, she says, you know, you didn't ask me why I wanted to do it or why I felt I should be the face, which really I didn't get it because it seemed like the same question. But basically, you know, Angel feels like I look different. I'm a natural beauty. I have to offer what a lot of your girls don't have out there. I'm not blonde. I mean, she is skinny, but I'm not blonde, blue eyes. I have an exotic look, okay? And the lady, you know, she's eating it up, but it seems as if, you know, it seems like Angel had it. We find out later that she didn't get it. You know, it kind of blows up on Blanca. And, y'all, my throat. Poppy goes after her. This is when we see them two, you know, they finally take it to that next step. Ain't nothing like being vulnerable, and then somebody that's been around finally gets their chance, and then you gotta apologize, or then you gotta investigate to see if you're really interested or if it was just you was at a low moment. And that's what's unfolding in this episode. Kind of cliche, you know, Angel has to choose between her dream or, you know, leaving Poppy hanging. And Poppy, in a strange twist of events in the very end, feels as if, you know, he's happy for Angel because that's his friend first and foremost and he loves her. But he told her, you know, I'm somebody, I'm that guy, and when you finally realize it, I want you to know that I've been here. I know that you want the lights, camera, action, but I can be all that. Just like that's your dream, you are my dream. And you know, as romantic as that sounded, I don't ever want to be somebody's dream. I can be a part of your dream, but I don't want to be your only dream. And you know, Poppy, he works hard. He's turned his life around and everything. But I want Poppy to want more for himself. Y'all know I'm about the self-love. I want him to want more for himself than someone else. And that's pretty much what Angel, you know, we find out later on, you know, she ends up standing Poppy up because the magazine chick, she actually calls her back and says that the client wanted something different. And y'all know what that means. So she calls, y'all, I really feel like I'm getting sick. And I don't get sick but like once a year. So the model lady calls Angel down there. You know, Angel's already dressed for her date. And she goes and she does a photo shoot and she goes to the party, you know, all this stuff. And so she actually lands the gig and we get to see her face on all the ads for Wet n Wild in the corner store, in the bodega, right? So Angel is living out her dream. Very interested to see what's going to happen there because I know a lot of us were thinking like, did she not get the part because maybe someone found out she was trans? Did the wife of old dude do something? You know, I thought some little twist was going to come in, but it didn't. So y'all remember Elektra, she's working down in that sex dungeon, y'all, doing the whole S&M type thing. And one of her regulars, he comes in and he is, you know, still bringing the drugs. Remember Elektra, she wasn't down with the drugs, but he's bringing the drugs and he's got a mask this time. So I think, my phone rang at this time, but I think what I gathered is that he asked for 20 minutes while he let it settle, I guess. And so, you know, Elektra's off doing her thing, filing her nails, all in the locker room, And then she comes back and homeboy is dead. He's choked on his own throw up because, you know, he had the mask on. He's all bonded up, so he couldn't help himself. And so now she's in a bit of a pickle, right? And where does Elektra go whenever she's in a pickle? Blanca, which I think is just so ironic because whenever she gets on top, she drops everyone. But then whenever she's in trouble, she goes to them. It's just the funniest thing to me. And I don't know, the way that I'm learning to love myself, you do me wrong enough, you're not just going to have this open door policy to keep coming back. You're going to have to give what you want sooner or later. I'm going to be here, but it's going to be some stipulations. You're going to have to give the same thing you want from me. Okay? So anyway, Elektra goes to see Blanca. Y'all know Blanca. She is blue and true. Okay, she does things the right way, so she says we need to go to the police. So Elektra obviously doesn't want to hear that because she's a trans woman, and y'all know how they do people in jail, and even though she's had the surgery, ain't no telling where they might send her because what might be on her identification. And so and this is the struggles and the challenges that the trans community faces. So they go see Candy, which is like Blanca's the angel and Candy is the devil on the shoulder. Candy goes to the girl who pumped her up, the one who looked like, I can't even describe what she looked like. The one who did the hip plumping in the basement. She goes to her because she hears that she can get rid of bodies. Now, this was giving me a whole lot, but they're able to wrap this body up, cover it in lye, do all these different things with this lady, put it in a trunk, and Elektra's keeping it in her house forever. I'm like, girl, like, I just don't know if that's the smartest thing. I really don't know if it's the smartest thing. And you know, Elektra, she acts so hard that it was kind of endearing to see her like actually have a heart and say, I'm having nightmares too, when, you know, Blanca's saying she's having nightmares. So we do see that Elektra kind of feels bad. You know, she's throughout the episode, she's like praying over the dude, and at night she's like, he's mine now. You know, like all of that. It's twisted, but you know, she feels bad. One of the things that they did bring to this episode was when Candy took Elektra to her friend. She took her to one friend before she took her to the next friend. Okay, and the one friend, she shared her jail story, where she was, you know, with the John, and, you know, they were about to do the do, and she was given oral, I guess, and she voiced her opinions. He started roughing her up in the back seat, beating her up, and so beats her down to the ground out on the street. The police show up, and because the John had a uncle or brother who was a cop, he was able to shake his hand and get out of it, and they took her to jail. And because she had not had the sex change or the genitalia change or the surgery, whatever the PC word is for it, because she had not had the surgery, they took her to the male prison, and the guards like pimped her out. She was beat up her first night. So this right here is like also a big story of the trans community, you know, the Johns or the men or whoever beating these women up because they get too mouthy, or because they can't control them, or because, you know, or because they, why I can't think of the word. I can't think of the word. I don't know why I can't think of the word. But basically because they like rat them out. I can't think of the word, and I know y'all know what word I'm talking about. Anyway, so because of all that, the friend, Candy's friend, is saying, you know, you might as well just get rid of the body. Y'all need to go to homegirl, the plumper lady. Y'all need to go to her because it's not good for us on the other side out there. This is a white male. You're a black woman, a trans woman, which is like the bottom, the very bottom. And so, you know, I never really looked at it this way. You know, me being a black woman, I've just always known of the fight and the things that we have to go through. But I never once stopped to think about trans black women. That's like a whole nother fight. So we have Angel, who's finally gotten her shot. She's the face of Wet n Wild. We have Blanca, you know, who is feeling guilty and having nightmares over this Elektra situation. Elektra, we don't know how long she's going to be able to outrun this, because we know that you work there. Maybe it's, I mean, usually when you go to places like that, do you tell your friends? So I don't know what's going to happen. But, you know, they're saying that his death was in the newspaper. And so everybody's a little uneasy. What I do feel like might happen is Candy, you know, even though they all bonded together in this moment, where Elektra clearly needed them, I feel like Candy is gonna come back and threaten with the information and maybe asking for money, because Candy's just evil. She just is. I don't know. Next episode seems like she gets snatched up by a John or somebody, and so, you know, it's about to get real. Pose is getting real. I'm gonna wrap this up because my throat, okay? But I'm Camray, and this is Camray Music TV. Make sure you guys subscribe down below to my channel and comment what you thought about this week's episode. We didn't see too much of Pray Tell this episode. It was a lot going on, but not too much going on. Nice little filler episode. So we won't be back with a pose review for another 2 weeks. So not next week, probably because of 4th of July, but the next week, okay? I'll see you guys in the next video, which is Queen Sugar. Make sure you guys watch it tomorrow. See you guys next time. Bye!